And welcome, folks, to another edition of the Michigan Defensive Film Study with our good friend Vance Bedford. This week, focused on a victory, a bounce back game after that letdown against Indiana. It was a brilliant defensive effort against the Hoosiers. Another outstanding effort this time against Northwestern, one where they actually got a matching performance by the offense. The result was a resounding 50-6 victory over the Wildcats, which sets up for the game against Ohio State, a number of which you coached in. Vance Bedford, let's start off first with a hearty welcome. Vance, how you doing?
Doing fantastic. Just getting ready for Thanksgiving here in Loveland, Colorado, and have family from Houston coming down and visit, and my son and grandkids coming over. So I'm all excited about that. Anytime I can have family at the house, it's been a good day.
Yeah, man, it's a good day for these Wolverines. The best day of the season. I know folks say is just Northwestern. But I don't give a damn, Vance. I mean, considering how things have gone for the Wolverines this season, it could be a preschool team. As far as I'm concerned, getting a complete team effort against anyone is a good thing for this squad right now.
Sam, just watching the defense play the previous 3 weeks, not counting open day. You go back to Indiana, we saw how good this defense can be. They just need a little help. Then we get to Northwestern again. They have another outstanding game plan. The players executed. This week, the offense came along. The special teams are better. We saw a full team go out there and play outstanding football, and therefore we score all the points we scored. And you couldn't even play any better with the defense plays for the last 2 weeks. My hat's off to Wink and the defensive staff. They've done a tremendous job.
Yeah, and you talk about this defensive front, and we will see it again in this film study. Listen, we can talk about what he does on the back end, and whether he is one high or too high, but there we saw him do a lot of different things with how much pressure he brings, or how many sim pressures he does. But what we have seen, Vance, is him relying a lot more on his base four fronts to bring pressure. That we have seen him shift to, and that's been a successful switch for him, it seems, here over the last 3-4 weeks.
He's starting to get a good feel for what his players can do. It's Michigan. I think they have probably 6 of the top defensive linemen in the country. When you look at that, it's the starters and then maybe 2 other guys can come in and give us some positive plays. And I've seen from Texas, I've seen Ohio State play in Alabama and Georgia. We can match up with those guys up front. And sometimes you got to just understand, let those dogs go hunt. He's been trying to scheme things up because that's coming from the NFL. You have to do that sometimes. In college football, it's totally different. When you have those 2 big boys inside, you have to account for those guys. Now those defensive ends off the edge, they one-on-one. In this particular ball game, also going back to the Indiana game, he showed more of trusting his down guys, the down 4 guys, to go play football and let the back 7 go and cover. And in college football, if you have 4 guys like that, scheme up coverage-wise. Not trying to find ways to rush the pass. Let those 4 guys go do it. And we talked about twisting the front throughout the year. We're going to show an example in these cut-ups of the 2 inside guys twisting, and guess what? We get a sack, Sam. We could be doing that against Ohio State because their center's down. They got a new center in there. He started some other games, but he's still fresh going against my 2 big horses inside. Man, again, when I got those kind of dogs inside, I want to see, can that center, who's been a starting guard, can he hold up versus those 2 guys? Sam, I don't think he can. I think those 2 guys inside can make a huge difference in the Ohio State game if we allow those guys to do their jobs.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Vance, that defense, they've been a mainstay in the front, is what it's all based on. And we saw those guys eat again to the tune of 6 sacks, I think it was, in this contest. They really got it done. And then, as we'll see, the secondary, minus Will Johnson and really minus Jair Hill again in this game. For the most part, he did wind up playing in this game with a different number, but they were pretty much without him in this contest, and they still really got it done. Folks, you find us here on the Autograph app. You'll find us exclusively with these film studies on the Autograph app. We get it done, and you will enjoy all of the free podcasts, the free videos, the free blogs. You accrue points when you enjoy all of the offerings on the Autograph app. You can redeem the points for rewards like access to exclusive events, tickets, and the like. That is your reward for using the Autograph app. So enjoy all the amenities here on Autograph. Let's get right to the film study, Vance, by bringing up the very first play. We jump right into the telestrations this week, Vance. We waste no time with it, which we like to see. And so let's go ahead and jump right in with play number one.
This
Coach.
is in the first drive here. And again, we're calling this Mike O. Mike O, that means the Mike is pushed from outside in. That means the end and the top to that side, they have the A and B gap. Okay, in this particular stunt, we're going to have a diagram for you in a minute. On paper, Sam, on paper, it's a good call if we execute. This is nothing more than split zone. So it's the form of duo. They double it downs and climb to the linebacker, as you can see it right here. And we got a great call versus this particular play. Tight end comes back across, blocks off the edge. We're playing man-to-man in the back end with a post safety. As you can see the dotted lines. We got a body on a body across the board. And now we're going to have the backer. You can see the Mike backer. He's going to move outside, blitz off the edge. The defensive end should be in the B gap. Big Mason's in the A gap. KG is in the B gap. And then Isaiah from the right end is coming outside. So on paper, Sam, there's nowhere to go to football. The ball should have to go outside. The ball should not be able to hit inside. You know why? We're building a wall inside out to take all the way to vertical seams. Mm-hmm. The ball should bounce outside right now to my man 15. But this didn't happen that way, Sam. You know why it didn't happen, Sam? Because the defensive end who's supposed to be going in the B gap, Sam, he saw some things he shouldn't have seen. He saw Cass with a friendly ghost stayed outside. The ball hit right where he should have been. So let's let this run, Sam, and see what happens. It's strict on the defensive end right here. Just keep closing. Close. If he does that, Sam, it's not going to be a play. He hesitated because it's the zone and the tackle going inside. He has to push that guy, that tackle in that gap so the ball can't hit inside. This should not have happened. This is strictly off of him. Again, on paper, it's a good call. The execution of the defense makes it a bad call. Because the end did not close all the way down inside to take this play away, to bounce out to the linebacker blitzing outside. So here we go again. It's a good call on paper, but it wasn't executed. Therefore, it pops for a 10-yard gain. He didn't get underneath, and there it is right there. We're sure. Yeah. We got two guys outside the tight end. Therefore, his decrease for a play. That's execution.
Yeah, that's the nuance you don't catch. You know, this nuance you don't catch with the novice eye. You need a coach to kind of sometimes point things like that out.
Because I saw the play, like I've run that defense in the past. If you execute, it's a good play. If you don't execute, it's not. Because again, for that end going down inside, he should have gone right through that guard and pushed him down in the hole. Now the ball will bounce outside to the unblocked players. But he didn't. He gets cut off. Therefore, we don't have a play. And it started off with Sam. He was late off the ball. Mm-hmm. He was late off the ball. That's part of it also.
Okay. All right. We go on, folks, to the next play. And we started off heavy with the telestrations this week. And so we'll jump right to another one, play 2, on the menu this week.
Again, we did a great job moving around, going back to disguises, coverage-wise, some different things. But our front really played really well in this ball game. I mean, we were better on third down than we had been in the first half of the season. So things have gone in the right direction that he wanted to go in right here. So, again, it's an overload formation. So, again, this is an interception right here. So we're playing cover 6. That's all we're doing. We're playing quarter, half. But this is my man right now. This is Hall. Hall has really come on quite a bit and played well for us, Sam. He and Barry at the corner right now. Those two guys have played some good downs for us in the last several ball games. And bringing – and at safety, we at the nickelback, we've gotten better. That substitution because the injuries have played big dividends. But again, at the top, this is a great job on a scramble drill. Damn, that's a nice interception right there. This young man has really upped his game the past 3 games. He's played more and more. He's gotten better and better. That's what football is all about. The more you play, if you get better, good coaching. This kid is taking coaching, and this is a nice interception. He gets both feet down. NFL interception right there. That's a great job, Bahal. That is a great job. We're just playing quarter, half. He's a cloud corner. Because of the route, he gained width and depth. So it shows to me that he is taking coaching. That's a prime example of what we see right there for a big play. Turns it around. Offense get good field position. We're off to the races.
That's a veteran player from a different school. You know, he comes up a level and is making the most of this opportunity that he has in front of him. Outstanding play, like you said. Good field awareness that he had. Got both feet down. And this is the first drive of the game.
It is. I mean, this is a nice interception. I mean, a lot of times young guys on scrambles, they kind of have a tendency to come out of coverage. He stayed back. When the quarterback started sprinting out, he gained more width, which actually took the play away. A lot of guys would have stayed where they were, so the quarterback would get that ball in there. Now, Sam, he gained width with the quarterback and picks this ball off, gives us good field position, which we get points off of this particular drive here. Nice job by the D. Nice drive play by Mr. Hall.
Yeah.
Keep it up, young man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Terrific job by Amir Hall. All right, Vance, let's get started. Let's get right back to it with the next play. And again, these guys, this defense, they keep getting the job done is the name of the game with this crew. And
this is a great one here, Sam. This is a typical West Coast concept. They kind of in a bunch. People call this a spacing route. They all kind of just spread out, go to spots. And as everybody can see this route, I have numbers on these guys for a reason. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. In other words, there are 4 guys strong. And you guys heard me say if you count to 3, you could play for me. I also add sometimes 4. And this is a situation, this is 4. So the linebacker on the hash, he counted to 4. He's in great position for coverage. Because of the great coverage here, Sam, we get a sack. That man KG. But again, this is for the linebacker coach and for the secondary coach. This is a great job of matching things up. This is really, if I was doing a clinic, Sam, this is it right here.
This clinic tape.
I talk about this for about 45 minutes because of the execution of what happens right here. I love the execution right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, baby. We got a chance right now. So as we see right here, we're in under defense. The Sam linebacker, he caught a flat play. He's going to the flat right now. The next linebacker, the Mike, he's responsible for 3. But anytime you give 4 strong, we say you drop 1 back. In other words, you drop 4 back to the next guy. The next linebacker is a vertical hook player because they got 4 guys strong, 1, 2, 3, 4. He looks to the front side. Okay, we are rolling to the boundary because he's playing cover 6, cloud corner, half field safety. Sam, excellent teach tape right here. This is executed to perfection because of the great coverage here. It bought time for your down guys to get home, and KG gets a sack off this play. Let's let this thing run, Sam. This is really good. This is really good tape right here now. Oh, my goodness. When KG get this sack, I mean, it's execution all around right here. But again, you see the matchup, Sam? Running back. Matchup. We got to run this back. I mean, watch the 2 line. I want everybody to watch the linebackers. The 2 linebackers, how they match up. All this is just a count. The Mike dropped 1 back. That's 4. So he's on the final number 3. This is excellent teach tape right here. This is KG right here. Look at him one-on-one. Look at it. Oh, my goodness. Man, he's like, ooh, Thanksgiving is close right there. That's the cranberry sauce coming from my chin, baby. It's all good right there. Boy, look at it.
We're going to run it back.
Here we go. We're going to watch the 2 linebackers, Sam. Watch the 2 linebackers. That's the Mike. He dropped the first guy back because he counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So I dropped 1 back. So the back on the hash, he has number 4, strong. So here we go. Let's let this thing run, Sam. Boy, this is beautiful teaching, right? This is excellent. This is excellent right here. KG gets a sack. Thanksgiving came early for him. Freeze, right there, Sam. Freeze. You see the match? See two linebackers match it up. See, I got 4. The other linebacker pushed to 3. 42, Sam, he got first to the flat. Sam, where there's nowhere to go with the football, Sam. There's no, that's excellent coverage. When we've been on the linebackers early in the year about their drops and on what to do, they matched this thing up perfectly. We got a rotation, a cloud corner. I expect to see this versus Ohio State because of that freshman receiver, take them out the mix. But this coverage right here is excellent. We're going to have a new center for Ohio State. Guess what KG and Mason going to do all day long? They're going to eat all day long, baby. They're going to eat all day long. I see the same thing happening come Saturday. Yes, I do. I see the same thing happening, Sam. I really do.
Yeah, man.
That's a beautiful play right there. Excellent teaching.
Pressure and coverage, and they match.
They match, and that one-on-one like that. You got a center who hadn't been starting for the entire year. He's played in there some. KG, tell him no, it's not happening, baby. And you know, my mama from Louisiana, you know, we used to get this cane syrup. It's called Steens, Steens. Boy, that's some good stuff. KG, I want to see you some of that, brother. Some Steens syrup to go with your biscuits, baby. I love it. I love it right there. Woo!
And KG said, hey, come on, coach. I'm trying to stay lean, coach. I'm trying to stay lean.
This stuff here is better than molasses, boy. It sticks to your side. Man, nice play. That's the great teaching all the way around. Up front, linebackers and secondary. That is clinic tape right there.
Yeah, that was some good stuff because you're right. Early in the season, linebackers are getting lost in coverage. Like
Sam, both of them, we go back to about the third game of the year, both of them guys have been wide open.
Mm-hmm.
They've been dropping the spots on the field. They matched that thing up perfectly. They were prepared for these type of routes. They went out and executed this play to perfection.
All right. Yeah, that's great to see. Pressure and coverage matching like that. Gonna need that in spades this week.
Ooh, yes, we are.
Man.
Again, right. This is just a run fit right here. This is a run fit. That's why I put it on here. I mean, that's a great job by that safety pulling the trigger right here. I mean, look at the numbers to the ball right here. That's what we need to see this coming week versus Ohio State. I mean, we're not really set right now, but the recognition of the safety right here, the nickel back, just stay on the edge, the corner, Zeke, that's pretty good football. They gained a few yards here. I just want to show this play, just show the recognition of the back end, the aggressiveness of how they're attacking blocks and what they're doing. We do this come Saturday versus the Butter Ducks, Sam, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Because, again, they do a lot of sweeps and quick pitches and stretch plays, a lot of outside runs. And it's going to be very important that our secondary fit these plays just like this. Be aggressive, be physical, knock guys back, and make tackles in open space.
Great to see. Great to see, and considering, being down some guys and some key guys, to see some of the guys. And look, by this point, a lot of those reserves have played a lot of football by this point, right? So they're not like to steal. Hey, they're not backups no more, Sam. They're not backups.
Sam, we've had our two best defensive games the last 2 ball games. Indiana, I thought the defense played really well. I mean, but you got to be able to score more than 15 points to beat a team that was averaging well over 30 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we played well enough to win last week. Special teams can't hurt you, and your offense don't turn the ball over. You probably beat Indiana, but those things didn't happen. But defensively, we played some really good football the last 2 ball games, and now our best game is coming up versus Ohio State.
No doubt, all has to come together. All has to come together, but you need your playmakers. Your best players got to show up in the biggest games. Like back in 2021, when Aiden Hutchinson, you remember Vance, I remember.
One-man wrecking crew that game.
He was a one-man wrecking crew. It was so bad, Vance, that I can't remember if it was me and you doing the film study where I did the chalk outline. I did a chalk outline on the offensive tackle after Aiden. He was waving them. They were trying to crack him, I think. They were trying to crack him. And he was waving them in. And then he blew up the offensive tackle. And after the play, I drew a chalk outline. I drew, I drew a chalk outline around the offensive tackle. Man, that's a great player showing up in the biggest game. Charles Woodson. It was like every Ohio State game. Big players making, and your best players making those big time plays in the biggest moment. Mikey in the Ohio State game in the end zone, swatting the ball away, right? Will last year, interception on Marvin Harrison. Your big time players making those big plays in those big moments. So Josiah Stewart,
Come on home, baby.
they're gonna need Josiah Stewart to do some of what we about to show right now.
That's why we got him here last year for that reason. Just for this game coming up to show up. And our defensive line just played outstanding this entire ball game. I mean, it was just how it should look all the time. I mean, look at the speed rush. Look at the speed rush right there. We expect the same thing versus those butter ducks. That's right. Hey, you see what he's doing right there? He's churning that butter. He's churning that butter. Come on, baby, turn that butter for me right there. That's what I'm talking about. Man, just speed, just outright speed. The guy can't get out of his stand. You know what? He gave him foot freeze. You see what he did? A little foot freeze, just boy, gave him a little bit and took it away. Boy, I like that. I like that right there, baby. Hey, tease the man.
Well, the reason why
freeze, woo, nice.
Well, why am I picking him out, Vance? Their left tackle is out for the season. So I'm like, that's got to be a matchup that Michigan wins, and they got to get big plays from number 0 in this game.
They do. Don't be surprised if they try to chip him a little bit. They're not going to let that guy beat him. But the problem is when you do that, then inside we man to man with our 2 big horses inside. So they got to make a decision on how they're going to get beat. You're right, just how they're going to get beat. That's what I'm saying right there. See, I threw that little curveball in there already. So we ready to roll. Defense is hitting their prime, they stride just at the right time.
Yeah, because I just remember in the Rose Bowl, it's the game. The game is on the line. Never forget it. I mean, this is one of the biggest plays in Michigan football history, Vance. Michigan football history is on the line. I mean, this is the game. We in overtime at this point. And what are they going to do? Bama has got to get something done. And they decide that, we're going to try to make it happen. And you got one of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the land, and we're going to try to make it happen with him. And before he could even get the play started, Josiah Stewart, Vance, comes off the edge and absolutely destroys the number 7 pick in the NFL draft. His name is J.C. Latham. He was picked number 7 by the Tennessee Titans. Josiah Stewart bench presses this man into the backfield, Vance, and blows up the play.
Hey, Sam, and guess what? He's still having flashbacks because the Tennessee Titans are terrible. He's still having flashbacks from that game.
Hey, now J.C. Latham, J.C. Latham grew up in the state of Wisconsin, a Michigan fan. And Michigan recruited the heck out of him. I remember he had the Michigan gloves. He was Michigan head to toe. And he went through his recruitment and some things changed. Michigan wasn't always hot during his recruitment, and he wound up going to Bama.
They had NIL already, right? Bama was already had NIL going at that time, right?
Yeah, they did it. And Michigan wasn't hot when he committed to Bama. I get it, but they got hot. And boy, by the time Harbaugh got it rolling, old boy Josiah Stewart had transferred, and boy, he served a little bit of act right in that Rose Bowl. But my point is, whoever Josiah Stewart faces on Saturday ain't J.C. Latham. We need him to treat him like J.C. Latham, Vance.
I totally agree. But we got to let him play his game. get a little bit wider, and make this guy be worried about his speed the entire ball game. And they're gonna run. They run a little duo, a little inside zone. But that's okay. That means that tackle got to move his feet, which allows our linebackers to be able to tackle his two backs. So they play two running backs. They call them Thunder and Lightfoot, something like that, big and little. So we're gonna have our hands full with the run game. That's okay. I think we match up well with those guys inside.
All right, Josiah. All right, Josiah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Another great job here.
Let's
Again,
go.
just the pressure. Look at this right here.
Let's
Another
go.
great job with pressure. I mean, again, our front four, like I said, now the past few weeks, Wink has let these guys just go play, and guess what they've been doing by letting these guys go play. And I think that's very important. Know who you have and let those guys go win a game for you. But your two guys inside, Sam, they could push the pocket. That's huge. That's everything. I mean, this is a stunt. This is things that we did a lot of the previous 2 years. And again, Mason goes first, goes right through the center. Okay. KG, he goes 1-2, engages the guard, then he wraps around. It's like playing basketball. It's like a pick. So you're getting great push inside. The quarterback cannot step up, which allows now our two defensive ends to speed rush on the outside. We get a sack off of it. Overturned, tackle first. See that? You see that pick? Look at that. That's a nice job. There's no place for the quarterback to escape by stepping up inside because of the push inside. Our speed rushes outside when they battle. Here's again. Watch the two guys inside. Everybody watch 55 and 78 work. This is a great stunt. Great job, great job, great job. There's no lanes for the quarterback to escape. Yeah. And it's, again, Ohio State third down. We need to see this, Stan.
Yeah.
We need to see this right now.
Yeah.
And let our guys on the outside rush the pass and keep this quarterback wheel in the pocket because they would take our running. But right now, we have all the rush lanes. There's no place to escape. So we need to make sure we run these stunts Saturday. Nice stunt. Oh, my goodness, Mason. What did you do to the guy? Somebody, hello. He gave him a Tyson overhand right when Tyson was 35 years old and not 58, getting in the ring, taking everybody's money. I didn't watch that fight, Sam. Sam, I hope you didn't pay money for that fight, did you?
No, it was free. If you had Netflix, you got it.
That means you paid for it there because Netflix charged you. So Netflix took all your money. He didn't get mine. I didn't watch that fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mike looked all right for like the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, he did for 30 seconds, right? He got paid 20 mil, though, right?
He did. He did.
Right now, my man Mason just gave this man a 30-year-old Mike Tyson overhand right. Bang! Look at that right there. Whew, that's a nice job. Nice pass for us. But the stunt was the key. The stunt inside turned the guys outside loose. Great job. Great call. I'm hoping to see more of these type of calls in the game and let the back seven cover to hold these receivers we got to play against this coming Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They need that. They need that group to dominate this game. That's the matchup that they have in this game, Vance. That's the one place where they have an advantage of Ohio State, and they have got to own it. It just can't be a little bit better. They have got to dominate. It's got to be overwhelming how much better they are than Ohio State in that area. And if they overwhelm Ohio State up front, they could win this game.
You know, my concern, if we just straight rush this guy and we get out of lanes, this quarterback has the ability to pull it down and run for about 15 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are the things you got to be aware of. And again, that kid is an experienced guy. That's the same guy who led K-State to a Big 12 title that beat TCU. So we got to understand who we're playing against. There's no rookie. He's been in big games before. But he hadn't played an Ohio State-Michigan game, but he's been in big games. So he understands the magnitude of what he has to go against. But he hadn't seen two defensive tackles like we have right now. They played Oregon. Oregon didn't have people like that up front. So we need to let these guys go be who they are. They are the champions of our defense right now. Let these guys go be our champions.
Yeah.
I'm throwing that out to Wink right now. Wink, let those four horses go run.
From one DC to another.
Now, from a retired guy who wants to see them four guys run. Let them run, Wink. Let them run.
All right. Let's go ahead and get the next play in, Coach Bedford. Yes, this is we get back to a show play. Now, this would make me a little nervous. I don't know if we really want to see this one.
Gotta see what you gotta see, baby. We're in a zero blitz. It's 31-6, and we're in a zero blitz. 31-6 in the third quarter, 31-6. We got a zero blitz on. And like I said, the man gonna do what he gonna do. I mean, and it worked to perfection. We bring in the heat. We in zero. We got nobody in the post. Everybody's man to man. We got the box overloaded. You know what? We must have Connor Stallion saying, "Hey, Wink, we got to run this so we can run this blitz right here," and it worked to perfection. It worked to perfection right here. But we, as you can see now, in the back end, hey, it's called cat coverage with no help. You're on your own. The only help you got is a pass rush. So we must have started a signal when we call this play. 31-6, and we zero blitz.
Hey, listen. I guess there's a time and a place for everything. I guess, time and place for everything.
They must have saw the hand signals from the sideline because we got this defender so well. I mean, we had to know it was coming because that's the perfect call for the play that they ran. We zero blitz at 31-6 in the third quarter 5 minutes ago. Got a safety blitzing off the edge. See that right there? Got the quarterback. This great call. But again, if that ball pops through there, there's nobody. You see it right there, Sam.
Okay.
The only guy that can make that tackle is a guy in stripes, and he don't play for us. That's the only guy gonna make. If it pops through there, the only guy make that play because everybody else got their back to the ball. At 31-6. As you know, I don't hold no punches. I don't care, who call and play. I don't hold no punches. 31-6. We got a zero blitz. So you know what? But that was a great call. We made this play, but it's 31-6. Zero blitz in the third quarter. 31-6. Game is in hand. And with zero blitz. Good call. Tackle for loss.
Enough said. I hear you. All I'll say as the non-coach in this dynamic is you got to be judicious with this against this squad they about to play. I know that as a non-coach. You got to be real careful with this against the Buckeyes. Got to be real careful.
31-6.
That could get you
zero blitz in the third quarter. We got the game in hand with the 4 down guys doing what they do. Zero blitz. I love Sam. I love pressure now. I've done some zero blitz. I've been good. I've been bad, and everything in between. I've done it all, Sam. 31-6. I'm not zero blitzing. That's just me. But you know what? That's why I'm retired. They kicked those Vans to the wayside. That's why me and you doing this show right now.
Hey, and I've never coached a day in my life, but like I said, I know you got to be careful with that doing that against the Buckeyes. Because they got some dudes.
They got some dudes.
They got some dudes that can.
Against Washington in the fourth quarter when the offense turned the ball over and we playing stout defense, we zero blitz. We had a bust because the guys did not communicate, turn the receiver scot-free. And the defensive line was playing lights out in that game if you want to go back to it. And we had a bust. So again, when you got four dogs up front, they playing big boy ball, sometimes you just got to let it ride, Sam. Only to show how smart I am. Sam, I was in Vegas right now, and I've been winning. I got $100,000. They say, you bet one more time, you could double that. Vance walking out the door with $100,000 because you know what? I'm going to give me a nice bone-in ribeye with double twice-baked potato, with asparagus, with crab meat on the top. You feel me, Sam? I don't need 200. I'm good for 100. I don't want all I need to win, Sam. So let them dogs ride, Sam.
Hey, man, listen. The worst thing to me that can happen, the worst thing you can happen is you lose the game. But scoring quick is the worst thing that can happen in this game. They're going to score points. They too talented not to. Don't let them score quick. you need you need to shorten this game. So if they score, make them burn a lot of clock to do it. That's your friend.
Yep.
Long drives are your friend on either side. On either side, your friend.
Sam, against Ohio State, and I'll be honest, he's going to have to take some risks with his play calling defensively. He needs to be able to change the field position and make plays. When you do that, it's a chance of giving up plays. And I understand that. But in order for Michigan to have a chance to win this ball game, he's going to have to roll some dice at crucial times. But he can't, the players cannot show we got this coming. Because they can check and go match protect with those receivers, we're going to be in trouble. So I understand sometimes you have to do that because I did that too. In crucial times, he needs to go and make a play to try to change field position, and hopefully we execute it, and we either get a turnover or a sack or a cost fumble to put offense in good field positions. I get that. I really do. But against Northwestern 31-6, there was no need for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest with you. And you can say, well, we're going to put this on paper for Ohio State. Ohio State already know you're going to blitz. They already know you're going to call zero blitz. You've shown that throughout this year that at any point in time, at any time in the game, that you're going to zero blitz. They already know that. So, again, I'll make my point. I didn't like that call. Just that simple, okay? I ain't holding nothing back. I didn't like that call. For what? For what?
I hear you. All right, Coach, let's go on. We got a couple more plays in this here film study. Play number 8. And this is this is an example. We're going to show back to back. This one example is the play not being made, and then the second is the play being made. All right.
This is over 3 invert. This is Sam. This is a good defense. I like this defense. When I was in the NFL, I had Mike Brown, who started for me in Chicago. You threw that ball at him, it's going to be an interception. If you got a playmaker at that position, in other words, Wink like saying how we talked about strong zone. In other words, you overload to the passing strength. This here is nothing more. We call it 3 invert. It's a weak zone with a safety away from passing strength, away from a nickel back. He's a curl player on the hash. And so we're only going to rush 4. It's 3rd and 18. On paper, again, like the first illustration we had, a great call. But the young man that's executing the defense is not the right guy to run this defense with, because it's 3rd and 18. He set the sticks. The ball should hit him in the chest. It's 3rd and 18, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Look how deep its secondary is.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent call. So we're going to just diagram the 2 receivers to the top. So let's go ahead and let it run, Sam. We're going to have a squaring route. He's going 15, turn in. The tight end to that side, he's going to go 5 yards and sit down. In other words, he hoped that you see him and drive him and go the dig behind him. So here we go. As far as coverage-wise, both corners are deep outside 1/3. Both corners are deep outside 1/3. Let it go to that, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, now, to the left, the backer, he's going to the flats. And once he clears run, he flies to the flat right now. The safety to that side, he's the curl dropper on the hash mark. The other linebackers could curl to the side of the nickel. The nickel back is curl the flat. He's in the curl right now, so he's going to the flat right now. The other safety, deep middle 3rd. So now I'm going to talk about what invert is. So what that safety coming down and playing the curl, Sam, what he's doing, he's looking for any dig routes from weak or strong. So he should realize if number 2 is going 5 yards and sit down, this is a typical inside pattern right now. One guy sits low, and they're going to throw the outside guy deep behind you. This young man should have picked this ball off and been running down the sideline. I saw the Chargers run this same call about 4 times on Monday Night Football. The same call, weak invert. It's really good coverage here. It really takes away the dig route by number 1, which we didn't take away, because it's a chance to double that guy. Because the outside backer, Sam, he flies to the flat. So you throw an outcut, guess who's out there right now? The backer.
Mm-hmm.
Safety sitting in the curl, the corner got all double moves. You can't play a better route, a better coverage to take away this route than this coverage right here. This is a good call by Wing. It's better than 0 blitz we just talked about for the last 5 minutes. It still bothers me, okay? But this call right here, you can't beat this call. It's just not executed. And sometimes you have a young man, and I don't know this fellow at all. You have to show certain awareness to run his coverage at that position. As we talked about Zeke playing nickelback, how he struggled with his awareness sometimes. Now he's at corner, he's playing lights out. To run this coverage, that safety has to have that kind of awareness. So we let this play run, Sam. He don't show any awareness at all. He has no idea what's happening to him. But Sam, on top of that, look at the split of the receiver at the top. Sam, he outside the numbers when the ball in the middle of the field. If he's outside the numbers, you know what that is, Sam? That's a Grand Canyon wide split. So you know what that means, Sam? That's a good chance he's gonna come back where? On the over split.
Yes.
Sam. Somebody bring the popcorn right now, baby. Come on. We got the perfect call, but we got a guy who can't execute. It's just that simple. I like the call, he'll win. You just don't have a guy who's running that can execute it. He has no awareness. So I want everybody to watch him. We got him highlighted. Because this is a no play. See the tight end sitting at 5 yards? Sam, why is he behind the first down marker? Sam, where he going? Sam, why is he behind the first down marker? Step up and sit. Sam, where is he? Sam, where is he going? The call on paper, if it's executed, this ball should hit him in the chest. Play with your eyes. When two sit down, find one. The quarterback's looking over there right now. He don't have to worry about anything backside. The quarterback looking your way. It's only one guy deep over there. Sam, we got 4 guys around one guy. He catch the ball for a first down. The corner got outside route. The backer, look at him fly to the flat. If he sits where he's supposed to sit, it's interception. It's interception. And again, on paper, excellent call. But the guy who's executing the defense is maybe not the right guy to execute that defense. Look at him. He has no idea it's a guy outside of him, Sam. He had no idea the guy was oversplit. That's number one. He had no idea the quarterback was looking his way where a tight end is running a 5-yard route. It's 3rd and 18, Sam. We throw it to him, we tackle him off the football field. Where's he going, Sam?
I don't know.
He don't either. Sam, he don't either. He has no idea where he's going. My goodness, son, go sit in the stands, popcorn peanut man right there, Sam. That's what he just did.
All right. So let's show it. Let's show it again, man.
Okay, the same coverage. But now, okay, everybody see the formation? Different formation, right? Last was 2-by-2. This is 3-by-1. Different formation. So now, but I'm going to go back. See the receiver at the top? You see a split, Sam? That's a minus split. So he can run outside route. Corner's outside, the back is outside. So the safety realized that he might come over across the field. Look at the split of 1 and 2 to the field. What kind of split we got, Sam? Cut split. But we got cut splits everywhere. So that means that it's going to be some type of combination route to the 3 receiver side. To the single receiver side, it can't be a combination route. Why? It's only one guy over there. There's no high-low routes anymore. They just made the job easy for that safety. The safety to the boundary, he's the invert, got a curl dropper, which turns into a robber coverage for him to break on the ball. So let's let it run, Sam. Let's put the highlights on our guys. So again, you can see both corners deep outside third. The safety to the field, deep middle third. Our nickelback, he's going to the flat. The linebacker, hook curl. The linebacker to the boundary, going to the flat. The safety, he's a curl dropper, 4th down and 13. So he's sitting at the sticks right now. All he got to do is read the quarterback. And that's exactly what he does. He's going to intercept this ball. Again, I like this defense. Invert coverage, I always have like that because we got a player at that position. He makes a lot of plays because the quarterback can't account for him. Because all he's doing is reading the quarterback's eyes. See the quarterback? He's looking strong. Watch this break. Hello. That should happen in the last play. Same coverage, a different formation, but this young man reads the quarterback. He has no high-low to his side. His job is easy. Quarterback locked on. He's just been a robber. Nice job.
You know what's ironic? What's ironic about it is That's a second-year player that just made that play. The other player is a fifth-year player, maybe sixth-year player. He's so
6-year player?
yeah, I think he's a sixth-year guy. He transferred. Yeah, but
Why would a 6-year player transfer to Michigan?
I think he's at least a fifth year. At
Man, he
least
should transfer someplace else. I ain't holding back on nobody. I mean, he should be at the Citadel the way he just made on that last play. Hopefully, he played like he had Michigan versus Ohio State. Because that last play, I mean, that should have been like stealing. That showed no football. For a 6-year player.
I think because he started out at Georgia Tech, then it was Tennessee, and then he's at Louisville, and now Michigan. Folks, that's a great film study for you right there, where we broke it all down. We gave you some food for thought. And in the breakdown, we're also going to give you the preview for Ohio State because, Vance, here's the thing. The quarterback play, see, this guy, he can run around, but I don't think that he's the thrower that they've had. Like, I don't think he's as good as Kyle McCord throwing the football, and he's certainly not as good as C.J. Stroud, but he can run around better than the guys that they've had. So there is that dynamic. And, boy, he got some guys that he can throw it to out there. Now,
He
this
has
Jeremiah
that
Smith is a different breed.
He will throw it to you sometimes when he does that too. Sometimes he doesn't protect the ball like he should, and when he does that, we need to make those plays. But the one thing I'll keep going back to, he led Kansas State to a Big 12 title that beat TCU, the TCU team that beat Michigan. So he knows how to play in a big game and how to win. But he's never played in a game with this magnitude with the fan base as a Michigan-Ohio State game. Our biggest thing is we can rattle him early. He will have a tendency to throw it to us late, and that's the whole key. And I know that Wink is going to get out to him early. He's going to pressure early. I already know that. He's going to try to cause some confusion for this young man early, and hopefully he makes some mistakes, crucial times in the game that can benefit Michigan to help us win this ball game.
We shall see, folks. We're going to be here to break it down. Whatever happens, we're going to be here to break it down. So be sure to tune in to the next film study. Folks, have a happy Thanksgiving. And if those Buckeyes lose, folks, be sure to watch me. You don't want to miss it. Trust me. You don't want to miss it if those Buckeyes lose. Now, I'll be here to take my medicine. I listen to the Buckeyes have to say if Michigan loses. This isn't a vintage Michigan team. They can get their jollies off of beating a 6-loss Michigan team. That's fine. But if the Buckeyes lose to a Michigan team that's a 3-touchdown underdog, oh, my God.
Hey,
oh,
Sam,
my God.
I think it was a 95-96. We were a 14-point underdog, I think it was. And we took it to them boys. So you know what? In this game, everything goes out the window. You don't bring your A game on either side of the ball, either team can win. It's been that way for a long time.
Y'all want to see me if Ohio State loses, you Buckeyes. At any rate, that's going to do it for us. Like I said, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you on the next edition of the Michigan Defensive Film Study, folks. We'll see you next time.
Go Blue.